It's a part of the human nature that every time we face a change or we face a crisis, we start to feel that uncertainty. We start to feel that what's going to happen next. So every change, every crisis like the one we are living right now has been like an opportunity or a situation that invite us to face and respond. What are we going to do with these new feelings that we are having now? And when the crisis appears, because we were accustomed to certain routines, and suddenly the thing that was very familiar for me that not anymore there. So that's create this type of sensation that we're feeling is kind of a frustration. Things are not the way I would like to be. Things are not the way it has been. So that creates a lot of frustration, and normally the response in front of frustration, the human response is or violence, anger, or depression, a passive response. And I think that's something that is manifesting in our situation right now. Every frustration is an invitation to look what I'm really looking for, what I need, what I'm wanting. And first is an opportunity to explore, to be more inwards, to be in contact with yourself. Because normally we live in a world that we are responding constantly to the external world. So crises invite us to look inwards because our security is not outside. Our security is when we accept the situation and we say, well, what can I do? What type of resource I have to respond? And the third level is to act, do something. Don't stay just in the thinking level or emotional level. Go to do simple things that can reestablish that faith in yourself, that security in your life, and do it with a lot of compassion with yourself. Anxiety sometimes is a pressure to find a solution right away. And in this case, there's not right away solution. There is not a right recipe. But it's a process. So once we got aware what we need, what are the crises that we are confronted, say, well, let's start to do something. Little steps, very important. Little rituals, little actions, like go to the park to have a rest, listen to the music, create a space in your family where you can pray with your family. Find a moment to give thanks, because thanks is in the middle of the crisis. If we don't find prayers, let's give thanks for what we have. We're breathing, at least we have food sometimes. So look a moment to give thanks, and also another moment to share and to ask for forgiveness. We have two ways of facing the reality. We can choose to be critical, and then we are looking for what is missing, what is not there, or we can choose to be appreciative, what we have. So if we cultivate our appreciative intelligence or appreciative attitude, we can find a lot of situation and occasion to give thanks. And also in some families is an opportunity to have what I call emergency party. So find any motive to get together and do whatever salad if you want to do, if you're a vegetarian, or ask for a pizza, and create a moment of thanksgiving, a moment of to nurture your hope, your relationship, your love, and respect to your family. Paradoxically, is to make silent in your life, to stop, to back up a little bit, and listen to our universal yearning that we all have inside. We have the yearning to be loved, to be respected, the yearning to be in touch with this mystery, to discover what I call, and many other people call, our ID, our DNA, which is we are all children of God. That's our identity. And how do we respond to that identity? Making silent is one first step to listen to that voice, to listen to that, your inner consciousness. And that ID or DNA invites two things. One, to love yourself, to accept yourself as you are, wounded, broken, no matter. It's just accept who you are. And from that acceptance, it comes acceptance to others. So it looks simple. It looks very simple, but it's a challenge. And it requires the willingness. It requires the desire to do that. And when you have the desire and you're willing, you start finding ways to do it. Crisis is an opportunity to surrender sometimes, to surrender the control of the situation, to do the best we can, but at the end say, you know what, Lord, I'm in your hand. Guide me. Give me the best light that I can do the best. And give me the grace to be the love that I want to create outside. But here is the fact that every change, outside change, begins in an inner change.